Hello, viewers, and welcome to another great episode of She Power right here on WTV Kenya. I'm your host, Linda Kroeger. Today on set, I'm joined by Bina Maseno, who is a young woman leader, a journalist, a civic educator, and the founder of Badili Africa. It's a pleasure to have you on set.
Thank you so much, Linda,
Karibu
for the invite.
It's good to have you here.
Yes.
Now, I want to start off our discussion with a very powerful fact about you, that you are a young leader. You vied in our previous elections, and I mean, that's just amazing. How old are you, and why politics?
Okay, so I was 22 years then. When I was vying for that seat. So I'm 26 now. I don't like saying my age. Women don't like saying their age, But anyway, I think for me the question of why politics is because I'm always uncomfortable when someone has to make a decision that will affect me, my family, my surrounding, without my input and without my opinion, and without also accommodating my contribution. So I'm usually uncomfortable with that fact. So if you're going to make decisions that are going to affect me in the future, then I can as well be part of contributing to whatever decisions you're going to make, because I'm a beneficiary of your decisions.
That's very true.
So yes.
Wow, amazing. How difficult or how easy was it to make that decision and to get into it? I mean, what did your family say? What did your friends say?
Wow, it's actually interesting going back memory lane. It wasn't an easy decision to make to start with, but for me at that point I was tired of watching things from the sidelines, and choosing not to contribute in any way, because at the back of my mind I knew blame game has never changed anything.
That's true.
Just blaming and venting has never really changed anything, and also just observing things has never changed anything. Things change when you begin to act, and for me this was an opportunity to actually act, because once in a while I would rally young people, and we go demand for change, maybe at the at the MCA's offices. How you just go throw stones, and all those kind of things young people do when they want to vent their anger. And I'm like, what? They're still going to use our resources to repair the things that we're destroying. At the end of the day, the person's not going to use their salary to destroy the things that to repair the things that we're actually destroying.
That's true.
So, and even when you're venting, they're not even there. So there has to be a better way of engaging your leaders, And one of the ways for me was to sit at the table where they make decisions that concern me. Then I can know why they prioritize things the way they do. Because once in a while you're complaining about, let's say, something as basic as water in the community, And for me, I have never really understood why access to clean water, access to good infrastructure, access to good schools has to be dependent on where I stay. That someone in Runda has clean water, or someone in Runda has a good road, can access good infrastructure and better schools, and I cannot do that because I stay in Dandora or Huruma or Kayole. So I still don't understand that. And I said, what? Perhaps when I'm in there, I will understand why these people make decisions the way they do. And that's just part of so be part of the decision makers. And that's just how I got to the race. So we sat down with a few of my friends and we said, there has to be a better way of engaging society. And this is such a wonderful platform to actually engage society.
That's very true.
So that is how I actually got into the race.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So here you are, a young lady of 22, and you're vying for a political seat, and you're a woman. Calling the spade what it is, did you receive any, or did you go through any discrimination based on your gender, any harassment per se?
Well, a lot of it, and there's still so many barriers when it comes to women participating in electoral processes, and one of the challenges is the fact that even up to now, the society has not come to terms with women's ability, to actually lead, because there's so many times when I go to the community, and what people remember is maybe what I wore, then the issues I brought to the table, or the issues I contributed to when it comes to a discussion, And the fact that there's still verbal intimidation and harassment, just to try and discourage you from actually vying for a post, or just participating in a political process, or just being active in the party, in the political parties, that's still a major challenge that also continues to even discourage many more young women and women in general from participating. One of the things that I faced then was, of course, the issue of my marital status. I would attend men's meetings, and we're talking about these are like older men, not the young men, like majority of the older generation of men, and they wouldn't really be interested in my in handouts, or whether or whether I have the resources to give them or not, and their main concern would be whether I have a family. Because they're thinking, okay, a family is the smallest unit in a society. We haven't even seen your family and how you behave with your husband, whether you're even going to be a submissive wife or not. So how can we trust you're going to lead us? So like those were some of the questions that they would actually ask before even asking about, what are some of the issues that you're passionate about when it comes to this society. What do you want to fight for in this society? What is lacking in this society? How can we be better as a people? So when actually this particular issue becomes the main discussion, when my marital status becomes the main discussion, apart from, how we can be better as a society, already that poses a great challenge. Already that is almost kicking me out of the race, actually, because now I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should wait till I get married to actually, vie for this post. Yet in my mind, I'm thinking, my God, there's so many families that are crumbling. So I could probably, God forbid, but I could even probably be in one that is crumbling, or so that does that make me any less of a leader or something? Because for me, just the ability to lead and having the wisdom to lead comes from God, and the ability to actually lead. So there's the marital status thing, and the fact that I even have to care about how I look, how much makeup I should wear or not, whether I should wear makeup or not before I go to contribute or to contribute in a meeting. That's already a challenge, because men don't think about how they whether they should wear a suit or whether they should have their hair shorter or not when they're going to address a meeting. Those are some of their least concerns, but that I have to actually think about how I look or how people will judge me before I actually go to contribute. That derails me. It already derails me in a way. And also intimidation and propaganda at the same time. Because I remember during that time, it was so hard for me to seek mentorship, because majority of the people who can actually mentor you, or majority of the people in politics, actually men, and accessing women leaders at that particular time was really hard, because remember the likes of Martha Karua, was vying for the presidency, and Charity Ngilu, they're all vying for different posts, So, and those are the women that are in the limelight that you probably know, because maybe there are others who can mentor you, but you don't know about them.
And that at that time, that was the situation.
Yes, and that was the situation at that particular time. So majority of the people that are actually easily accessible are men. And what are the chances that I will be seen with a man and someone will look at me as a mentee? You're not married. So what are the chances that someone will actually believe this man is trying to mentor you? Because one of the things they're trying to protect at that particular time is your name and your reputation. That's because true. If I lose that at that particular time, that's just it. Families are crumbling around. The last thing you want is when a woman says, hey, you want to steal our men, eh? Okay. Where is your man? We even saw you with a married man around. If a married man dropped me, somewhere, would you actually believe he was actually mentoring me? It was just something simple, like a conversation. It's just human nature for someone to want to think, hey, what's going on between those two? You know what I mean? Yeah. And most of the time, they're only accessible at that particular time. Majority of them were accessible at night, because they also have their own campaigns during the day. So you can only access them like at 10 or at 11, because even me, I'm busy up until that time, around 9:30, and that's the only time you can access them. So it was really hard to get mentorship. which I did not get. So I actually went green into the race with with my with what I believed could be done in the society, and just to sell my agenda to the people. This is what I envision, and as a collective, as a collective force, I know we can achieve this and achieve that.
Yes. Amazing. This mindset, as we wind up this first segment, that we keep talking about especially towards women in positions of power. We're talking about politics, the head of a company, being a member of a board in somewhere in an organization. What can we do to change it? Because it's going to hurt us. Even in the upcoming 2017 elections, it keeps hurting us. And I believe we have so many women out there with the ability to change the Kenyan society, but they just don't get a chance.
So first of all, to even counter the mindset that we have towards women, is to also, first of all, sensitize women themselves to understand that their voice matters when it comes to decision making and actually changing the society. So first of all, they need to understand that actually your voice counts. When it comes to bring about the change that you want to see in the society. And also another thing is to make the environment safer for women to engage. Because the thing is, majority of the women are afraid of engaging, because for real, maybe someone watching me is like, what? So Bina was harassed because I remember at some point after a meeting that I had, someone just tried to lift up my skirt, after a meeting, and it's really so packed. I don't even know who did that, and there's a very thin line between overreacting and starting to throw around insults. It's just a reflex action that you don't want to say, who the heck did that, or nani amefanya hivyo, nani ako hapa, it's just a reflex action, reaction that you want to actually just throw around some words, because you're actually so mad. You're thinking, why would you want to do that? All we're saying is we all want to be contributors to making this world a better place. Because majority of the time when it comes to men, they're looking at it in terms of, if women rise, they're going to disempower us. No, as in, let's work together. It's about being a collective force. So we have to also change that mindset, the mindset men have about
taking something
that we're taking something from them. I am happy being a woman as I am, and trust you me, as in, I'm not, I wouldn't even be comfortable when someone looks at me as a man, and I don't even sell my agenda if men can, I can do it better. No, I'm comfortable just being in my space as a woman, contributing in my space as a woman, and not trying to compete with another person. And I think for us women, we should also look at it that way, in terms of, let's complement each other, not compete with each other. Not compete with the men or compete with another woman, but let's just complement each other. What are you bringing on the table, at the end of the day? So what is your contribution? So how can we merge these two to come up with something that we both desire as a community, or as a group, or as individuals? So at the end of the day, it's a mindset we need to change in so many areas, and just in all of us, not just men or just women.
Amazing. I've just learned so much from that specific question. And I want us to take a short break, but ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we get to talk about Badili Africa, and what we do every episode of She Power, She Fun Facts. Keep it WTV Kenya. Welcome back to She Power right here on WTV Kenya. I'm Linda Kroeger. I'm joined today on set by Bina Maseno, a wonderful young lady who is a leader, a civic educator, and the founder of Badili Africa. Today we are celebrating women so that we create a positive impact in our society. Welcome back, Bina.
Thank you.
Getting back into a discussion, tell us a bit about Badili Africa, what it's all about, and how it came to.
So after 2013, I decided, there's so many things I would have wanted to do if I was given the platform, because for me, just having that platform is an opportunity to reach out to a greater number, to a greater number of people, because I mean, right now as it stands, I can only protect my family and just a few of my friends and my neighbors, and I can only make choices, that influence probably just a few of those people. What I actually do right now, but with that particular platform, we're able to influence so many other things, So that's when I began Badili Africa, and what it does is to help young people understand civic issues, especially young women between the ages of 18 and 28, so they can understand how to engage and how they can bring about the change they want to see at the community level, or in their villages. So basically, it just helps address the scarcity of young women who run for public office, but more so for them to actually understand what politics is all about, and why politics is actually important, and how the health of politics affects everything that we do, and why their voices actually really matter when it comes to just any electoral process. So we usually have meetings like twice in a month.
Okay.
So at times it's the second Sunday and the last Sunday of the month in Kayole. And what we do is discuss societal issues that affect us, because at the end of the day, I've always made it clear that leaders cannot be the sole providers of your solutions. Because we all invent these problems.
That's true.
So we cannot really expect that leaders are going to be the sole providers of of our solutions. So all of us have to come on board and see, okay, so what is my role? Because one of the challenges that we face is, when we talk about challenges that face us as citizens from whichever place, we usually think it's something for the leaders to do. Oh, the leaders should do this. Oh, the leaders should do this. And we fail to actually locate ourselves in the picture. What is my role? What is my task? What can I begin doing from my corner to bring about the change that I see? And also to begin to imagine, what are the consequences if I do not engage? Because I am going to live with the decisions that are being made longer than even the person who's making those decisions. You're the one who's going to live with those decisions for a longer time. Well, God forbid, unless you actually die at a young age, but God forbid. But you're going to live with those decisions longer. So we have to begin to locate ourselves in the picture, and that's just about it. So anytime we bring about an issue in the community level, at the community level, so we'll decide, okay, fine, there's insecurity, so what can we do? We can actually rally and have them bring streetlights here, streetlights there, because at the end of the day, and we've actually had that happen, when we mark out actually locations where we think, there's insecurity here, so what can we do? By the way, mimi niko na contact ya msewa Kenya Power. Actually beshte yangu udil na hii, anafanyanga hii na anafanyanga hii. Tunaweza contact. There's an NGO I know that can actually come on board and help us in this and this, So that's what we do. We actually put issues at the table and decide, what are the solutions to this issue? What can we do? So it's a collective. It's a collective thing. I provide the platform, and
they do the rest.
I facilitate, and they do the rest. And at times we bring people to come and empower them with the skills that they need to actually thrive in this society. Because at the end of the day, it's actually just one thing to have information, and it's another thing to actually apply that information. So I also bring mentors. I usually bring mentors on board to actually come and mentor some of these people, and maybe share the opportunities that are within their reach.
Amazing. And as we wind up our discussion, moving on before we get into Shifan facts, I have two questions. One, do you have plans of expanding just from the Kayole area to other parts of Nairobi? And two, 2017, what plans do you have? Are you gonna run again?
Wow. Well, people really ask me that most of the time, whether I'm going to vie again. But let me first of all just focus on Badili Africa. So we're already expanding in Nairobi, and also one of our main targets right now is universities. So I have like a team. I have like a team on board already.
Wonderful.
That is putting plans in place, and I think we should be rolling out in like a month right now in reaching out to young women in universities, having them register as having them register as voters, but more so having them understand why it is very key for everybody to come on board for us to achieve the change that we actually desire. Kayole is actually a big, it's such a big word,
Yes,
as in it's
yes,
actually
it is.
divided. There's Kayole South, there's Kayole Central, there's Kayole North. We usually do the meetings, in Saika, in Mihango, so it's actually a big, such a big place. Kayole South alone, where we are based, has 40,000 voters, just Kayole South,
That's a lot.
and half of that number is actually young people.
Wow.
So Kayole as a place is such a huge place to start with, but yeah, we are expanding, and we are going to, like I said, to roll out in a month's time. So you will definitely hear more of us, because we're creating a young movement for people to engage in the right way in terms and understand civic issues as they are, and how we can achieve the change that we want. So you're going to hear more of us
Great.
in a month's time. 2017. Well, I wouldn't comfortably really talk about 2017 right now.
Yes.
Already when I attend the meetings in Kayole, it's interesting that we have already like 17 aspirants for the same seats that I want. Like 17, and they're that's just from one party. That's just from one party that we have 17 aspirants. So the other party I don't even know. There's probably like 30 or maybe 15 aspirants. I do not even know. So for me, I'm focusing first on this on this initiative, because for me I think it's very key for us to reimagine Kenya as we would want it in 2017, because I am tired of venting. You should see my page. I think I vent like 70% of the time. In fact, nowadays I've actually gone low, but I vent like 70% of the time, and I think it's about time to move beyond lamentation. And I think I'm focusing.
Action.
Yeah, it's about action. So I think I'm focusing more on actually educating people on what it means actually to engage, what it means for us to unite as a people. So I think right now that's my main concern: educating people on civic issues, and reimagining Kenya how we would want it beyond 2017. That's my main focus for now.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
I like that.
And when if I decide to vibe, please come and register in my area. Have you registered to start with?
Yes.
You've
I'm
registered. You're a registered voter.
Oh yes.
Oh great,
Oh,
great,
yes.
great,
Amazing.
great.
Great.
Amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time where we get into She Fun Facts. Bina Maseno, welcome to She Fun Facts.
Thank you.
So, what is your favorite hairstyle?
My favorite hairstyle. Okay, so I love braids and weave.
Wow.
And I know people hate weaves. I know.
But you love it, you embrace it.
Not this one. Not this one. No. Okay, well, I'm comfortable with this.
Yes.
But I have my favorite hairdo. So I was just trying to do something away from my favorite hairdo. But I also really like braids.
Amazing.
Yes.
Great stuff. So, what is your favorite dance style?
My favorite dance style?
Yes.
Azonto. I still love the Azonto song and the dance style. Yes.
Great. That's very interesting.
And salsa. Oh yeah, my friend introduced me to salsa.
Nice. So you salsa.
Yeah. Yes.
It's wonderful. Who is your favorite actor or actress, and why them?
That's gotta be Olivia Pope. I love the fact that they speak their minds. They know what they want and how to get what they want.
Oh yeah, Scandal.
Yes. Gotta be my favorite series.
Okay. Getting back into sort of inspiration. What's your spirit lifter, in quotes? What keeps you going when you don't want to?
That I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Amazing.
just that alone, anytime I feel low, which is normal. I have to remind myself. You know what, Bina, you can actually do everything through Christ who strengthens you. And that is why I've always said, to me, faith is my greatest currency. Without faith, I'm broke, like literally broke. Without faith, it's my greatest currency.
Yeah.
So, just that.
Great.
That's my favorite scripture. That I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Yeah.
I love that. Now on to the favorite part. You are going to have a tongue twister, and you're going to repeat it for us. Right. Okay. Real fast, as fast as you can. Here you go.
Okay. So how many times am I supposed to say it? Thrice.
Yes.
So, Dennis sees the fleas. At least Dennis could sneeze and feed and freeze the fleas.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, I can't really say it first because
as best as you can.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Dennis sees the fleas. At least Dennis could sneeze and feed the fleas. God, would you harass your guest like this, Linda? This is harassment, you know.
Bina.
Okay. Sawa. Chanjaribu tena. The last one, right?
Oh yeah, the last one.
Dennis sees the fleas. At least Dennis could sneeze and feed and freeze the fleas.
You got it.
God.
You aced it.
Linda. sorry.
You aced it. Aced it. That was amazing. It's been a pleasure having you, Bina, on She Power, and truly, I mean, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Do continue trailblazing and setting the pace for the rest of us young ladies out here.
I hope to see you in one of my events, though.
Most definitely.
Karibu sana.
We'll make a point to attend.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been She Power on WTV Kenya, where we celebrate women to make a positive impact on our society. I've been joined on set by Bina Maseno, who is the founder of Badili Africa, a young leader and civic educator. Keep it She Power, WTV Kenya, same time, same place.